Good morning, Year 3. I hope you're all okay and that you've been getting on okay with the English lessons over the last few days. So, over the last week or so, we've been thinking about the How to Wash a Woolly Mammoth text and thinking about instructions. Okay, so today we are going to plan out our instructions about how to wash an animal of your choice. Okay, so what I want you to do now is have a think what animal you might like to write about. Okay, so it could be one of your pets. I know lots of you have got some new pets recently. Or if you don't have a pet, don't worry, you could do your favourite animal. You could do another animal from the Stone Age, like a saber-toothed tiger, or a deer or something. Okay, so you could do a giraffe, a guinea pig, a nice cute puppy, a hamster, a cat, or if you'd rather, you can just stick to the woolly mammoth one. Okay, so maybe pause the video, have a little think. What animal are you going to write about? Super. Now, once you've had a think about the animal, okay, I want you to use this video and use the PowerPoint to help you to plan out your ideas. Now, there's a little template here that you can use to help you plan out your ideas, or if you don't have a printer, you could just draw this grid out onto some paper, okay? So, off we go then. So first of all, I want you to think of a title for your instructions. So some examples here like how to wash a woolly mammoth, how to clean a dirty guinea pig, or how to polish a grubby giraffe. Okay, and notice in my title, I've used an interesting verb like polish or clean or wash, and then before the animal that I've used, I've put an adjective like grubby or dirty or woolly. Okay, so have a think what your title could be. So how to wash, clean, polish, and then the animal. Okay, so jot that down on your paper so you can remember it. You might like to pause the video here and do that. Super duper. Then the next thing you're going to jot down, okay, you're going to have a think about the different things that you will need before you start the instruction. So what will you need, or what will a person need if they're going to give the animal a wash? Now I know lots of you love designing your own kits to clean the woolly mammoth. Okay, we looked a lot about what we might need. Okay, so on my list for the woolly mammoth kit, I've got some strawberry flavoured bubble bath, some minty fresh toothpaste, some cotton buds, a nail brush, some anti-frizz shampoo and conditioner, and beautiful roses perfume. Okay, and I've tried to use my adjectives to describe each one. So have a go now, pause the video, have a think, what kind of things could you use to wash your animal? If you're struggling for ideas, use some of these in the picture to help you. Okay? Brilliant. Now, the next thing that you're going to do, and you might want to do this on a big piece of paper so that you can see it. Okay, I just used a piece of paper and then I folded it up so that there was 8 sections. Okay, if you can only think of 6 sections, that's okay, it doesn't matter, but I would try and do about 6 to 8 steps that you need to do to give your animal a bath. Now, I've chosen to do a giraffe. Okay, so what I did was I drew out the different steps for giving the giraffe a wash, and then I wrote some key bossy verbs that I could use, some key bossy verbs. So my first step that I thought was fill, and I drew a little, well, actually not a little bath, a big bath. Okay, so my instruction there would be fill the bath with water. Okay, now because this is just my plan, I'm only going to put a few keywords to help me. Then in step number 2, I thought about how I would get the giraffe into the bath. So I've chosen to use a heavy duty crane to lift him into the bath. So I've chosen the imperative verb lift there. So you might like to have a think about the different ways you could get your animal into the bath. Maybe you're going to push him on a skateboard into the bath. Maybe you're going to use a crane to lift him into the bath. Maybe you're going to put him on a trampoline and bounce him into the bath. Okay, it's up to you. Then for the next few steps, I thought about the different things I would do to give the animal a bath. Okay, if you're struggling to think of ideas of each step, have a think what you do when you're in the bath. Okay, so I thought for the giraffe I would squirt him with some shampoo. So I've drawn my giraffe there with a little bottle of shampoo. Okay. Then I thought next, once I'd put the shampoo on, I would scrub him all over. So I've drawn 2 hands for the scrub. Next, I thought I'd give his teeth a brush because they can get quite dirty. So I've just drawn a toothbrush and his teeth there, his big teeth. Then I thought that I might need to clean inside his ears. So I've just put the bossy verb clean. Then I thought he might need a bit of a brush on his fur, so I'm going to put comb his lovely fur. And then finally, to make sure he's smelling good, I'm going to spray him with some fresh giraffe perfume. Okay, so there's just 8 steps there about how to give the giraffe a bath. So what I would like you to do now is pause the video. Have a think about the different steps you might need to give your animal a bath, okay? And then jot down those key imperative verbs that you might use for each instruction. Fantastic. Then the final part of our plan is to think of some useful words and phrases that we could use in our writing tomorrow. So in the imperative verb section, those bossy verbs that tell you exactly what to do, I just used the ones that I'd already written down on my picture plan. Okay, so I listed those so that I've got them ready for tomorrow. Then I thought of some prepositions I might use to tell me where things are happening, like behind. So wash behind the giraffe's ears. Or you could say clean in between the giraffe's toes or something like that. Okay, so I just listed some prepositions there. Then finally, I thought of some helpful little details that might be useful to the person following the instructions. So often when you might be following a recipe to make a cake, the person who's written the recipe might have written some helpful tips to help you and make your cake taste really good. Okay, so in our instructions, we can make them interesting by adding some of those kind of details. So I've put, be careful not to get any shampoo in the giraffe's eyes. Remember to have some treats to keep the giraffe behaving. And then a top tip, use a cotton bud to scrub inside the giraffe's ears. Okay, so have a little go at that. So remember, in your plan, you're going to think of a title. You're going to think of what you'll need before you start giving that animal a wash. You're going to draw some little pictures, step-by-step pictures about each step that you're going to do to clean him, and note down some of those key imperative verbs. And then finally, just think of some other useful verbs and prepositions and some extra helpful details that you could write that will help you with your writing tomorrow. Okay, fantastic guys. I hope you had lots of fun planning out your instructions. I can't wait to read them. I think they'll be fantastic. Okay, well done everybody.